When our heroes were coming home wounded, I saw the transition these young men were making, trying to build a life, trying to get a family started, trying to furnish a home. It was just almost impossible. I've gone into homes where the bed is on the floor and they're living exactly like they did in Afghanistan.
It was very difficult for me coming back home. When I first got out, I was staying in my car for a while. I went to a shelter, and then eventually I moved out of there and moved back in with my wife and her parents, and not too long ago we got this house. I'm hoping that this will be stable for the rest of my life, a place for my daughter and my family to grow old and have good memories.
Furnishing Hope, our name says what we try to do. We try to give them hope. The Torres is a darling family. When I saw the house and saw how empty it was, it just hadn't become a home yet, and that was our main goal. Kind of to push him to accept more color, peacefulness. When you live in a home that's all dark, as sometimes there are people with PTS do, it's kind of a little bit of depression too. We wanted to give him more life in this house.
At Living Spaces, we believe that the home is a reflection of the individual. It impacts the way they feel, just their overall outlook on life. Being involved in these projects, it's amazing to see what an impact the work that Furnishing Hope has on these brave men and women, on their lives and in their home. The Living Spaces trucks were loaded up bright and early this morning and made their way out to the location. Everything was unloaded, assembled, and then the Furnishing Hope team did their job of styling the home to perfection.
This whole thing, the whole house, everything could not have happened without Living Spaces. They've been so wonderful to us, to our wounded heroes. And it's just been a fury of activity. We put the rugs out, did the throw pillows. Their beds had to be actually put together so that we could get the mattresses on. I think the ottoman here was so pretty. It's made the room, and the beautiful pictures from Living Spaces. If you go into the kitchen, the table is wonderful. They had hardly anything before. They had folding chairs. The son's room literally just had a beanbag on the floor. We've transformed that room with his day bed, desk to study with. We're thrilled with that room. The daughter's room, she liked butterflies, so that's what we concentrated on. I just can't wait till she comes in and sees that room. And Daniel and Jessica, their room had mattresses on the floor. I think it totally transformed that room to have that gorgeous bed put in there.
When I pulled up, my wife pointed out, she goes, "Oh look, we have a flag now," and that just meant the world to me. Coming into the house, it was a shock. I'm still in shock. My son's room, you guys didn't even know him, but you got him to a T. And my daughter's room, it was beautiful. It was awesome.
I just want to give a thanks to Furnishing Hope and Living Spaces for everything they've done for my family and myself. For the first time in our life, we finally have our own furnished home and we could move on with our life.
Ultimately, we would like to see less of these projects. We'd like to see more of our brave soldiers coming home unscathed, unharmed. As long as the need is there, Living Spaces will be there. Our hope for Daniel, for his wife and their children, is to give them a place to reinvigorate him.
Thank you Furnishing Hope and Living Spaces for all that you've done for me and my family. I want to give you guys a big hug right now. Thank you.